if we are serious about Africa's future, we have to be serious about evidence. America is not a lesser evil. America is the biggest evil. Nigeria needs institutions that work, security forces that protect civilians, and leadership that is accountable. They can only do what benefits them, and that is to MAGA, make America great again. They will do whatever benefits them, even if it means hurting you in the process. And that is what they're doing. Hello everybody, welcome to another video right here on the Dummy Effect podcast. And all I want to say is please hear me out. Please, I beg, hear me out. All right, I made a video earlier, the other day, talking about Nigeria and how America was helping Nigeria, how I thought America was not the real, America should not be helping Nigeria and stuff like that. Not that America should not be helping Nigeria, but America is not the solution. Okay, and I was reacting to Don Azar's video about how now Israel is also trying to have that same thing, is trying to also join America to help the Christians in Nigeria. Not that I was trying to say no, they don't deserve help. No, not that they don't deserve help, but all I was saying is that America is not the answer. All right, so I would just want to clarify some few things. Some people accuse me of not knowing what I am talking about. Like, nah, he does not really know what he's talking about, saying, oh, my arguments do not make sense. So my argument was never to undermine what the people of Nigeria, of that part of Nigeria, were feeling. No, that was not my argument. Okay, my argument, that was not what I was trying to say. My argument was that America was not the solution. America was not the solution, and America is not going to be the solution. America is not the solution to America's problems. It's to Nigeria's problems, structurally, historically, even practically. Okay, so because some of the pushbacks was that I did not do my research, I did my research this time around, and I just felt like if we are serious about Africa's future, we have to be serious about evidence. So in late 2025, the United States carried out airstrikes against Islamic-linked militants in Nigeria. These strikes were coordinated with the Nigerian government. Apparently, this was not a unilateral invasion, and this is supposed to fall under the existing US-Nigeria security operation framework. That is what is documented. But is that what actually happened? Is that what actually happened? Please leave a comment. Leave a comment before we actually go through. And while you're leaving a comment, please also comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, let's continue. So this is the justification of this is the US justification. US officials framed the strikes as a counter-terrorism operation, and some political rhetoric emphasized attacks on Christians, especially for domestic US audiences, attacks on Christians. But the thing is, Nigeria's conflict cannot be reduced to religion alone. This violence is driven by insurgency, banditry, governance failure, poverty, and regional instability. Therefore, reducing this violence to just religion simplifies a much deeper structural crisis. And here is a key point why America is not the best fit. America is very good at projecting force. America is very good at projecting force. But America is very bad at fixing the root cause of Africa's conflicts. You see, US military involvement always tend to treat symptoms, militants, cells, and targets. But Nigeria's crisis is more about state capacity, trust, inequality, and governance, not just enemies to bomb. And this is not just an opinion. It is a pattern documented across Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, and parts of the Sahel. Now, let's look at the Kissinger report. So people often cite the 1974 Kissinger report, the WSM-200, to explain US thinking about the global south. That document analyzes population growth as a strategic factor, including countries like Nigeria. It framed development, stability, and demographic through US national interest, not African self-determination. An important clarification to make is the NWSM-200 does not order military intervention, but it reveals a mindset that Africa is viewed as a variable in someone else's strategic equation. Even today, US engagement is shaped by security priorities, geopolitical competition, and risk management. And for that, I will say this. One of the reasons why America is the center for success economically for most people around the world is because of its population. Population with money power, with spending power. And now, Nigeria, I feel like Nigeria has the capacity to be that for Africa. And I feel like it scares America. Now, people may say the Kissinger report was abandoned. It was about population. It was abandoned. But I feel like they still consider key factors in the Kissinger report, and that is population. Now, Nigeria is positioned or is on the verge to overtake the United States as the third most populous country in the world by 2050, with a population projected to exceed 375 million. And that is a problem for America, especially now that they are struggling to make white America give birth to more white babies. And America fears two things: that just like China, Nigeria will develop fast and be out of their reach, and will be able to influence the African continent if the American population reduces and the Nigerian population increases. And maybe you just don't know, but Nigeria does have the many ingredients that countries with high global influence often possess, and that is things like the massive youth population that is projected to rival or exceed the US by mid-century. The second thing is significant natural resources. Nigeria has oil, gas, and agricultural land, and a booming telecommunication digital sector driving connectivity and innovation. A vibrant cultural and creative economy, music, film, literature, which already has a global reach well beyond its GDP. Now, this does not really necessarily make America evil. It makes America self-interested, like many other great powers. That's normal. I mean, they would do whatever benefits them, even if it means hurting you in the process. And that is what they're doing. And that was what I was trying to point out. Nigeria's problem requires a nation building from within, not external stabilization mission. No foreign power can help another country build legitimacy, accountability, and social trust. It is not their country. They can only do what benefits them, and that is to MAGA. Make America great again. So the fact that you are here saying that they are coming to help you, and you're calling, somebody even said they would rather pick the lesser evil. America is not a lesser evil, my brother. Okay, America is not a lesser evil. America is the biggest evil. So your government is a lesser evil. If you really want to pick a lesser evil, go with your government. Hold your government accountable. So when I say America is not the solution, or when I say all these things about America, it's not that I hate America. No. Before you people come and be denying me visa when I want to go to America, save me trouble. And it's not that I hate Nigeria either. It is just realism. Saying that America is not the solution to any African problem is not hatred. It is just realism. Because I feel like external actors can only assist at the margins, like training, intelligence, and diplomacy. That's where it ends. The problem now happens when outsiders become central actors. When outsiders become central actors, local responsibility weakens and dependency grows. What do I mean by that? Anytime these terrorists strike, they are not going to look, those communities are not going to look to the Nigerian government for help. No, they are now going to start looking at America for help. Not their government, but outsiders, America. And that's how sovereignty erodes. That's how your country becomes, the borders of your country becomes not a border anymore, especially for countries like America. So this is what I feel like Nigeria actually needs. Okay, Nigeria needs pressure from its own citizens. It's good that they actually helped, but them helping is not because they want to help. They are helping because there's a broader thing. There's something that they actually need, and if they actually succeed to get that thing that they want, it's over for everybody, not just for that community. It's even going to be worse. It's even going to be worse for that community that they were helped. So pressure. Nigerians need pressure from its own citizens, not saviors from abroad. Nigeria needs institutions that work, security forces that protect civilians, and leadership that is accountable. And if you realize, these are political problems, not military problems. No airstrikes can fix corruption. No foreign advisors can replace civic responsibility. No superpower can do the work Nigerians must do themselves. Anything else is temporary. And the aftermath of that temporary solution is even more worse than what you have right now. This is my final clarification. Let me be very clear. America may be involved, America may have leverage, but America is not the best fit. I will say that again. Doesn't matter whether you hate me or not. America is not the best fit. It is not the model, and it is not the best. It's not the solution for Nigeria's future. Nigeria's survival and success depends on internal reform. Nigeria's survival and success depends on internal internal reforms, African agency and citizen pressure. This citizen pressure you guys keep hearing me say is not just, it is very, very important. Citizen pressure, very, very important. Citizen pressure, very, very important, not external rescue narratives. So all of you people that are out here praising rich people, praising politicians, children, presidents' children, politicians' children, you are part of the reason why the country is going nowhere. You are part of the reason. Because of your beggy, you don't know your rights. You keep begging for what is already yours. Hold these people accountable. You want to be begging. Somebody is using your money to be flexing. You are there shouting, hey, boss. He's chopping your money and going, idiot. Instead of holding those people accountable, you guys are hailing them. That's not even just a Nigerian problem. That's an African problem. We see rich people just because we feel like they can, share some of that money. That is our money. That is Africa's money. If you are somebody in that country and you're hailing the son of a son of somebody that holds government position and they are richer than you, and you're hailing them because you feel like they're going to give some small money, that is your money. We should start holding all of these people accountable. So that's what I wanted to clarify. I hope this was a little bit clear, because I don't feel like I don't think I'm gonna be saying anything else. So like, comment, share, subscribe.